How about this one, Chris?
Yes.
Says, I just got up to take my son to school. You're still looking fresh, guys. I can't believe what you're doing. Keep up this gym in Colchester.
But
wait a minute, 3:30 in the morning. That's very
How
dedicated.
far away is school?
Yeah, a very dedicated parent.
Where is he texting from?
From Colchester.
His kid must go to school in Edinburgh.
Yeah.
Maybe. Anyway, with Jim, we're saluting your great parenting.
Yeah, but not great school choice. That might be very good.
Either that or the traffic's a nightmare.
Still, though.
Yeah.
It's 3:31 in the morning. So Annie is on one for another half an hour, another 40 minutes. Hello. He's doing another 3. You can stay. Why don't you stay? Just stay all morning, Annie.
Well, you've got another person's show coming. You've got Dave after me.
Yeah, well, that's if he turns up. You never know with Jeff.
Do you know, he'd appreciate a late start.
Yeah.
Oh,
he really would.
Let's see how we go, huh?
Throw a 6 to start.
What are they? No. Let's see. Let's see how we go. Let's see how we go.
Bless you. Right. More music from Annie Nightingale on BBC Radio 1. It's like a jingle. I'm trying to make it sound like a one. It just sounds like I'm heavy breathing, doesn't it? I'll stop.
Time. Oh, time.
Yeah, Dave. I like those 2 songs.
Oh, that's very good. I'm very glad to hear that.
Sorry. Yasmin, On My Own. And before that was...
Subtract.
I said SBT-RKT.
Well, if you take the vowels out of subtract, you get SBTRKT.
So what if you subtract the vowels?
Yeah. Well, I guess that's what I've always seen. But that tune is one of those tunes that once you hear it, you will find it's echoing back around your mind days later. I promise you, it's just really is very good. And also, excuse me, the mix of Yasmin was by Mike Delinquent, who's kind of one of my proteges. So listen out for that name, Mike Delinquent. He did a very good mix of Tractor, the first Wretch, 3-2, 32. Do we say 3-2? I've been calling him 32. 3-2.
I've been calling it 32, and everyone else says it's 3-2.
3-2, okay. Wretch,
but if you say it, I'm saying it.
No, well, no, who knows? I mean, anyway, it doesn't really matter.
Doesn't matter.
But the Mike Delinquent mix of that was just great, and he did a guest mix for me recently. I think he's wonderful.
Mike Delinquent, that's the name that Annie says listen out for.
Yeah.
All right. It's 20-4 in the morning.
This is BBC Radio 1's longest show ever.
I know.
With Chris Moyles and Comedy Dave and Annie Nightingale for comic relief.
Annie Nightingale.
Hour 46.
Annie Nightingale.
You see, that name does not work in American.
Oh, my God, it does.
Why?
Annie Nightingale.
Because they always miss out the middle bit. They could go Nightingale.
Nightingale.
Because they can't do the bit.
Yeah, but I think that sounds great. Do you not like that?
Well, yeah, but it's just, it's...
Yeah, but you're lucky. Mine's Moyles, and a lot of people don't know whether it's 2 syllables or 1, so some people go Moyles, and some people go Moyles.
Yeah, I guess. What's it like? How do Americans say it?
Moyles.
Well, Paul, our guy, Paul, the voice guy, he goes Chris Moyles.
Yeah, but to be fair, though, he's pronounced your name for 10+ years, so he should know by now.
I think everybody should have their own American voiceover artist. Paul has been saying my name for 20 years.
Is it 20 years?
Yeah. Chris Moyles. So he knows.
Yeah.
Well, you say it pretty well.
I'm used to it. Yeah. I've been saying it for longer than anyone.
They say Nightingale.
I just think it feels strange. Well, I was brought up by Irish nuns. Happy St. Patrick's Day to them.
Yeah.
And they would pronounce it that way as well. Nightingale. It's kind of Irish.
Nightingale.
But you see,
the American accent's based on Irish.
Exactly. You know, I didn't realise that for years. And suddenly penny dropped that it is. Yeah. Exactly that. So I was sort of used to that. And then when I first came to radio, when we had these very posh American jingles done, and sure enough, they would come back from Dallas, I think it was.
Yeah.
It was always Annie Nightingale. So odd. It sounded so odd. And, you know, fair play. Never mind. You can't go wrong with Chris Moyles.
You can, Annie.
Yeah. Dave,
Vitti. Yeah. Well, Vitti's easy, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know.
Sounds Italian.
I think it is originally. I think it
From
is.
the Isle of Man.
Well, no.
Via Hong Kong.
No.
Oh, yes, yeah.
Via Hong Kong. No, it's not my dad's side of the family.
So cosmopolitan.
I'm very exotic, Annie. You know.
We've been on the radio for 45 hours, Annie, me and Dave. 45.
You two have. I can't claim that credit to be. I mean, I've only been here for an hour and 45 minutes. So, anyway, you're doing great, guys.
Thank you.
And the bit that's interested me as well, watching at home, watching on TV and online all through the last couple of days, was that it actually makes very good television. And I wasn't sure whether that was just me, because obviously I know you guys and I know what the studio looks like.
And you're into radio, obviously, so there's maybe
so I think, is it me? So I've been, since I've been on there with you, I've been asking people, what do you think has been great television? And people are coming back and saying, compulsive viewing. Radio 1 rocks. Dave B from Portsmouth.
That's really nice, thank you.
And
people
quite a few. There's so many texts, actually. 81199 if you want to let us know what you think of this as a TV programme. Because you might, if enough people like it, you might have to do it all the time.
Well, this is the thing, is what you're saying.
And if there's money in it, I'll do anything.
Chris has been trying to get the idea of filming the radio show off the ground for years and years
10 years.
And no one's really been interested. And then suddenly,
everyone said to me, no, who's going to be interested in watching you guys in a radio studio, not looking at the cameras? Who's going to watch that? And as it turns out, that for the last 48 hours, the whole of Britain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been ridiculous.
I guess, too, there is the interest in that they want to see how tired you are and whether you've got a fall over.
I think that's an element of
There's
it.
a kind of like macabre sort of, thing about it, isn't there?
Car crash TV, etc.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, it's not that bad.
Not yet.
You know, if you go on the website, on the Radio 1 website, Annie, so it's the same as a red button, and the picture of me and Dave comes up, and then you press play, and then it streams the video live. And since we started doing this long show, that play button on the Radio 1 website has been clicked over 11 million times.
Has it?
Yeah.
Well, that's not
Wow.
Now, if that doesn't get me a gig on BBC 3, there's no justice in the world, Danny, I'll tell you that. But it's been great working with you, Annie. It's lovely that you let us come in and mess with your show.
Wreck my show,
well, you know, I think we tried to be very respectful.
Yeah.
Well, so I should be respectful of the music as well, because that's what, you know, I've always been about. But, you know, this is a very special occasion. So, I played the tunes I like playing. A few more as well.
Yeah.
I love the next song that's coming up. Love it.
Yeah.
Love it.
My discoveries.
Really?
Well, not totally, but I did a compilation called Annie on 1.
Yeah, I remember.
And these people were on it, and they weren't signed at the time to anyone.
So you'll know the next song. Everybody listening will know the next song, but you probably don't know. Maybe you do. That Annie helped these people become the people that they are.
Mais oui.
Oh, zut talent, Annie. Qu'est-ce qu'il y a dans le panier? It's 3:45 in the morning. It's 15 minutes left.
We're partying now.
Oh, we're going for it. That's right. If you love Daft Punk, you should text in now to Annie Nightingale and say thank you, because of her, you love them. Daft Punk. Seriously, text in now, say thank you, Annie, to 81199. Everybody listening who loves Daft Punk, get your phone out, 81199, send a text saying thank you, Annie. So you have Annie to thank for this. I love Daft Punk. Around the world, great track. So I just said, if you love Daft Punk, then you should text thank you, Annie, into the studio. Have you seen how many text messages now start with thank you, Annie? It's immense.
Page after page after page.
Literally.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, Annie, seriously.
Oh, okay. Oh.
They just go on forever. Annie just went, print them off. And I'm like, we can't print them all off.
We haven't got time.
Chop down a forest.
Chopping down, we can't have that.
No, can't have
we?
that.
Oh, Paul, working nights at Bentley Motors. Ooh.
Oh, hello.
Oh, yeah.
Hiya.
Hi, Paul.
Annie wants to lift home.
Yeah.
I borrowed one once for a weekend. They lent me a Bentley filter, but you think how fantastic. But it's such a responsibility. And I was going to stay. There was a weekend party of a colleague of ours at the time, Lorna.
Right.
And she was having a party in Big Country House. we needed to go to the supermarket in the local town during the day to get, supplies.
Sure.
So I thought, to leave a Bentley in the supermarket car park, what happens if I come back and someone scratched things?
You don't often see Bentleys in Morrison's, do you?
You don't actually. Probably for that reason.
Well, and it was a great sort of privilege, and people who have on the road treat you completely differently, which I was amazed by. I've never had a posh car, but it was such a responsibility, worried about what would happen to it, that I was actually quite relieved to give it back.
Right.
Yeah.
After the weekend. So, Paul, working at Bentley, I don't know if you've got one yourself, but you've probably got a garage, which would help. Right. I don't. Leave it on the street.
What if they lent you a Bentley with a driver, so you didn't have to worry about it?
Well, no, I wanted to drive it. No,
right, okay.
No, I wanted to drive it, but it's just what you do it after. So... That's what that triggered off. Paul. Wes in Derby says, thank you very much, Annie. Ruth in Scarborough says, well done, Chris and Dave. Keep going.
Thanks, Ruth.
Keep going. Everyone is saying, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. And Ian in Welshpool says, thank you very much for Daft Punk. Only because Chris told you to say.
Well, no, yeah, but lots of people won't know that. They'll be like,
no, it wasn't. I mean, it wasn't entirely due to me. I had maybe a little bit of.
Take the credit.
Think how many people now, Annie, will hear Daft Punk and will instantly think of you.
I will.
Oh, yeah, I will actually.
Every time I hear Around the World now, I'll think of Annie.
Okay.
Isn't that nice?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, Annie, what we're going to do, we're going to play Lauren Garnier, and then what are we going to do after that?
Yes, then I have, anyone who's just tuned into us might not know, they asked me some very awkward, embarrassing questions earlier on.
Well, they weren't that awkward.
No, it was fine, really. Anyway, so before I go and hand over to Dev, then I've got a little game for you two to play.
Okay, we like games.
So let us hear this, because this is French as well, from Laurent Garnier, Man with the Red Face.
And then, actually, I'm intrigued now.
So am I.
Then then I'm going to ask you some questions.
I hope you ask us the same questions we asked you.
No, much more difficult.
Because there's 2 of JLS in my story. 8 minutes to 4 in the morning. Radio 1's longest ever show. Oh, hello.
Are you there?
Only had the microphone halfway up.
I got to read you this message, Chris and Dave. It's so nice. It's outstanding what you're doing. Keep going. You're nearly there. The whole country is behind you. Love from Claire and Burton-on-Trent. Isn't that nice?
Oh, thank you, Claire.
Thank you, Claire. And thanks everyone who's been listening. Thank you to you two for doing what you're doing.
Annie, thanks for having us.
Right, now, just before I go, a little retaliation for the asking me awkward questions.
Yeah.
This is a little game. I've had a lot of superb guest mixes on my show recently, or we do it all the time. Some of them got some slightly odd names, so I'm going to give you the first part of the name, see if you can guess the rest of their name.
Okay, fine.
Right, so first one, Trolley.
DJ.
No.
Dash.
No.
Shopping.
No, well, you'd think so. No, it's actually Snatcher. Trolley Snatcher. Right,
Snatcher?
Yeah, Trolley Snatcher. Right, Cassette.
Boy.
There is one, but
yeah, there is. Player.
No.
Cassette. Tape.
You're not going to guess
Man.
it, are you? No. They're all great.
Woman.
All wrong. It's Cassette Jam.
Cassette Jam.
Yeah. Council.
Tax.
How interesting that you both said that. This is psychologically
Isn't it? It's like an
House.
experiment.
Council, what do you say?
Flat.
House.
Yeah, Chris, absolutely right. Woo, got one right, absolutely.
Council house is great.
Yeah, drop the...
Boy. Bomb. Donkey.
Dead donkey.
No, I don't think you get this.
Bucket.
The lime.
Trousers.
Drop the what?
The lime.
Drop the lime.
Drop the lime. No. Think about that when you're having a very nice cocktail at some point. Drop the lime.
Yeah,
drink.
okay.
I don't think that's what it means. Far too...
Long.
Close.
Thick.
Far too hairy.
Wide. Expensive. Farted.
Loud.
Far too
loud.
Far too loud.
Right.
Now Beyond the Wizard's...
Sleeve.
Yeah!
Is it?
Oh,
yeah!
what are you laughing at? I know my remixes.
You'll never get this because it's 2 and it could be anything. Bloody.
Hell. Nora.
I think almost should be. Is that
Mary. Is it rubbish?
No, it's beetroot.